Welcome back, Moose family, to another edition of the FlanFan Show. Once again, your host, Jason Blaze, alongside with Fallen Warrior and Low End Theory. How was your night so far, guys?
I don't know if Low End Theory... Oh, there he is. It's doing good. Just getting ready to go out tonight again, Blaze, and win a series, hopefully. I don't know about you, Low End?
Yeah, I'm planning on trying to win. I'd like to talk junk, but I'm playing Joe Stowe tonight. He's got a really good team, so I'm just going to say I hope to win and not my usual banter.
You heard that, folks. It's the battle of the immovable object versus, well, the other
the irresistible force.
Whatever. Anyway.
Trying to help you out.
We had one series last night. We had a whole bunch of emo-ness in the forums there. And we had some waiver games that we're going to get to during the show. First of all, let's start out with some shout-outs. Shout-out to Hollywood there. Jim Flanagan, he did the waiver games last night. I believe there's 5 waiver games in total, 2 of which have to be rescheduled to a different date. It is what it is. There was some great waiver outputs there. They're a remarkable bunch of players there, and unfortunately they're late sign-ups and not leftovers from the draft, so they can't immediately be called up there. But they can wait. They can get their name out there, and hopefully maybe Flanny can post those games at a later date there, and some of these captains can keep notice if they plan on being back next season. Guys?
Yeah, it's a lot of talent popping up late, and as a captain, it's bittersweet for me because I can't touch these guys. With the rule standing that guys who went undrafted that were in the draft have to be picked up first before any newer waivers can be put onto a squad, onto a roster. And there are guys out there that still need to be picked up before the newer waiver guys. But, hey, great way to get your name out there and get prospective captains for next season to take notice early. That way you don't have to work so hard when the scouting games start for season 14.
Yeah, from one end, I'm going to have to agree with you there. Just getting all these waivers have to do is make sure they play good in the waiver games, play a lot of waiver games, make sure they are on time so these captains can hear good notes about them and not bad notes. Like, I believe we had like some waivers get suspended or some new guys earlier on in the season. Not too sure about that, but
yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, there's one waiver that's been making a big splash in the league here, and that's O'Banion. He even got an interview in the new Moose letter.
Yeah, we touched on that last night a little bit. He didn't have the greatest of experience with his first game with fun bags, it looked like, and thank God he was honest, because that helps us all. If we were a little more honest, we'd have a better league. But, yeah, apparently I believe he had a run-in. I'm going to take a guess and say it was a Wallace because O'Banion didn't name names, but it looked like Bikemba and Wallace were going at it the game that he and then Wallace obviously gets traded right after. And then, Bikemba we could talk about a little later because there's news on him to go along with that blockbuster that I'm sure we're going to get to eventually here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. I had the privilege of playing with some waivers last night in the waiver games that Flanny hosted there. And so far, I'm looking over the stats here, and I believe the waiver defenseman of the night was O'Banion. He had, I believe, 6 games played. The last 2 games, again, weren't posted and need to be rescheduled. But I'm pretty sure he played those games. He's going to play those games. 1 goal, 6 assists in a matter of 4 games. That's not bad for a waiver defenseman there. And, some of these waivers are doing pretty good. You got O'Banion, you got Drop, Q Wilson, Grim Reaper, Met Skydiver. Those are a few defensemen there that played last night, and they played pretty good.
Yeah, I would love to pick one of these guys up, but the rules forbid it. But yeah, guys, keep it up. Waiver games. I know that Flanny's hosting them. I think every Monday and Tuesday. He gets a room up there in I think geography. There's directions right on the main mooseonice.com site that you guys can get to. Just look for the waiver post. It should be right on the front page. And listen, if you want to play in the Moose, this is the way to go right now. If you signed up late, get in there. Flanny is also taping all the games, so you can view them the day after, along with posting the stats. So, guys, trust me, if you're trying to get your name out there, this is the only way to do it. So, mooseonice.com, follow us on Twitter, whatever else Giant says. I love doing that. So, yeah, so anyway, get in the waiver games if you want to get seen. I'm a captain, and I'm telling you that. So, go do it. What else are we talking about?
Well, let's get to the forward waiver tonight there. Islanders, 10. He had 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points in 4 games with 15 shots, 1 hit, 2 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals. Now, this guy, he's NHL quality, but he's in the waiver list. Kudos to him. Kudos to Haji, H0DGEE. It's not the same Haji as before. That guy was a joke. But this guy, 10 goals, 14 assists in 4 games played, 14 points. 8 hits, 1 power play goal. And then I played this guy last night, Drift King Jr. I'm gonna call him McSwagger. The reason why I call him Drift King Jr. is because he did that flip dunk from center ice, and he scored a goal just like Drift King did in that one season there. So, yeah, kudos to these guys.
Now, Blaze, is that go on you, or is that...
Yeah, right? I don't know if Drift King
it seems like something Blaze would let in.
Nah, dude, I was the winger in that game.
Oh, even worse.
I know.
He scored against Cracker Joe.
Well, Blaze, no wonder he's got ridiculous stats. He had to take the puck from his own corner defensive zone and skate it all the way in.
And then we had 2 goalies last night that played, other than myself.
All right, yeah, I'm looking at it now. It looks like Miss McGill went at it with Miss McGill won their series last night, but I'll tell you this. Here we go. They played Slow Children. Poor Saint. Once again. I'll tell you what. This might be the most appropriate team name for any team this year, AHL and MHL. Slow Children that play for Saint. Having a rough go. Just having a rough go of it. They come in against the hot Tony Soprano's team, Miss McGill last night. And I'm reading a write-up here, and it looks like that they had connection problems right from the start. So they didn't even get the series started as quickly as they wanted to. And then looking at the scores, Miss McGill 5-1, Miss McGill 7-6 in overtime, Miss McGill 6-4. So that would constitute a series sweep. What do you think, Blaze? Looks like Soprano's on the rise here.
Yeah. Did Tony play defense? Because I think that's the key figure as to why they were losing. Tony's a forward playing defense here. First time playing defense as far as I know. And when he was playing defense there, they were failing like no tomorrow. He stepped out, they were winning games here. So I'm just curious if Tony played defense this series. Then I'm really surprised.
Yeah, he sat the first game. So you have Mustafon and Shadow and Hugh Laurie up front. And then let's see about the second game. 7-6 in overtime. They won it. He sat himself again. And then let's check the third game. And let's see. Did he sit the whole series? Yes, he did. He sat himself the whole series. Here's the funny thing. The last game of the series, Shadow Celine went in the net. Buddy H coming out to play defense. And then Cannibal Satan moved up to center. Or no, he had to play a wing because he would have played center. It must have fallen. So Shadow playing net for the last game, and they still get the series sweep. Tony Soprano sat himself the entire series, folks. That is a captain doing what's best for the team over individual stats. You got to give this guy credit. After having the captain fail, and I know we talked about it yesterday, pretty much agreed on captain fail last season, coming back really strong, putting his team together now. Finally, they get Hugh to play. It looks like he played 2 nights in a row here, and just, wow. That's huge. And now their record for the season stands at 11-7. So they're over the 500, and they're giving Darman Initiative a run for their money now. So that division, that might be the strongest division in the AHL. You have Darman Initiative, Miss McGill, and now Newsom Mice Kale's team, all winning records. So look out. Look out for Tony Soprano, quietly making a charge up the AHL leaderboard. Fallon, you want to give me some opinion on this?
No, I'm not surprised Tony Soprano sat himself. I talk to him personally sometimes, and he does know what he's doing when it comes to hockey. He doesn't fool around. So for him to sit himself and his team to win those 3 games, we might be seeing it a little bit more in the future in bigger games. You never know. He could be the problem. He could be the one not producing points or something. Who knows? But really, after coming off a captain fail last season, I'm not too sure about this, but I'm pretty sure everyone thought that he was going to be captain fail this season. Everyone who said that got that wrong. He's doing great, and he has to keep it up to make the playoffs.
Definitely.
Yeah. Again, it is what it is. Tony, he should never have played defense there, and
you can't blame a guy for trying.
He could have been undefeated up to this point if he didn't play defense. Not going to go that far, but he could have definitely had a way better record and could be leading the AHL there because he has a solid team. He drafted a solid team. He just drafted himself into a position he should never have been. And, with him starting to smarten up and play the other position that he's good at, then his team's starting to win. And there's 2 positions he's good at. Apparently it's forward, and apparently also it's left bench. So we'll see where Tony likes to put himself there. And, again, Hugh Laurie's only 1 series a week, I believe, and that could also impact his decision, and that could also give him maybe 2 series at forward a week there.
Yeah, he's finally getting Hugh back. I think that's making a huge difference. I've heard through the grapevine that Hugh was really impressed with the squad. They got a chance to practice before Hugh played, I believe, last week, and he was very impressed with the squad. And maybe Hugh was kind of that missing piece to kind of bring them together to even play as a team. I mean, we know he's Diesel as far as a player, but maybe he's also got a little leadership in there that we weren't aware of. Maybe he was just kind of the catalyst here to get them playing well. I mean, look out for them. Another squad, like I said, you got to keep an eye on here as the weeks go on.
All right, guys, let's go through our predictions. Since there was only 1 series last night, we're going to go to our AHL predictions here. Tonight we have the 2 line tweakers taking on Slow Children at play here. I heard a rumor that Slow Children's going to get one of their better forwards picked off, and someone sent down, I'm not going to confirm or deny who it is. I did hear names. I'm not going to say nothing until it's official here, but I heard that's also something that Saint's dealing with, and it'll be interesting to see if that player is still on the team by the time this goes out. Again, 2 line tweakers at Slow Children at play there. I think Tweakers going to take it 2-1. Slow Children, they're just going slow as ever, man. They're like the Leafs, man. They're just not winning games, and it is what it is. I think 2 line Tweakers going to take it, guys.
Oh, yeah, Blaze, yeah. I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to say the same thing as you. D-Mitch's team's going to take it 2 out of the 3. For Saint, he's got to do something to shake up his team and get his team rolling. I believe it's those 3. I believe he had 3 players get dropped from his team because they were the ones that got suspended or whatever, or banned, whatever you guys want to call it. But as soon as they find replacements for those guys, then I think Saints team will be pretty good.
Yeah, I think just to kind of confirm the rumors you're hearing, Blaze, that guy that we're not going to name is pretty much, it's definitely going to be a call-up permanent, and it's probably going to start tonight. So Saints in real bad shape because he's not going to get a replacement player for that call-up today. So he's going to be shorthanded. I'm going to have to say, due to just personnel, that D-Met's two-line's going to sweep.
Yeah. Again, what does Saint have to do to fix his team there? Do you think it's playoffs is out of question that this team should focus on more of a spoiler role, or do you think this team actually still has a chance?
I don't know. I mean, maybe just get who we can get at this point and try to practice a little more and maybe try to institute more of a team game, shutting other teams down rather than trying to score, because he's tried to make trades. He's tried to do everything he can as a captain, but you can't help it when you get three idiots get Rule 1 off your team. And he did a hell of a job retooling his team after that, and now he's going to lose another one of his players by no fault of his own. And, the guy can't win. He's got the worst luck, I think, of any of the captains this year in the AHL. So I don't think there's anything he can do. He's got to try to play with the guys that he has. So we'll see.
Yeah, guys, just a reminder to call in. The number is 646-381-4907. That's the number to call. Just give us your opinion on anything we're talking about here. Or if you want to talk about a new subject, by all means, we'll give you our opinions. And, just try to call in, guys. Fallen, is there any activity in that Moose chat there?
I can't see the chat, so hopefully you got it up.
Okay, apparently we lost Fallen.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, let me bring him back in here. I
told him not to look at porn while he was on the show because it's going to screw up his Skype.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Dharma Initiative taking on the Walk of Shame here. Seeing as you're the captain of Walk of Shame, is there any line changes you're going to make tonight? What's your game plan going against Dharma here? And, what can you mention about that series?
Well, I hope to have my full squad back. I haven't had my full squad in a week. So I hope to get Just Too Quick back in net. And I'll be getting USSR Sniper back tonight for all three games. I believe I'm not going to have Rocco for the full series. And I just got a message that I might not have Brady for the full series. So once again, I'm not going to have my full team. But if I get Just Too Quick, I believe we're going to take 2 or 3. If I have to play net, all bets are off.
Yeah, again, there was another Skype fail there. Fallen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, man?
I don't know what happened the first time. I disconnected from everything in my house, so.
What, are you downloading illegal movies again?
No, my brother might, but not me.
Yeah. Talk about goofy there, man. This kid.
Yeah, why does that not surprise me?
This guy's like 23. He lives in his parents' house, and he watches porno, and he's balding. Come on, guys.
Hey, Blaze,
well,
come on.
Blaze,
you can't be worse
really.
Did in Shadow Demon on Skype or on
Blaze, listen. You're making fun of Goofy, yet you're the guy who purposely has his camera angle and rounds up from his chin down so his people can't see the rest of his body. So before you start making fun of somebody...
Just what he did, the poor Shadow Demon. I don't know what he did, but according to Shadow Demon, Blaze took off his whole shirt. So I feel sorry for Shadow Demon there.
Yeah, we're not going to keep any people in the league if you keep doing that, Blaze. That's why they only let you do the radio. They're going to pull you off the roundup if you feel like you got to get half naked.
Anyways...
Yeah, anyways is right. Move on.
Fallen, what's your opinion on the Walk of Shame taking on Dharma Initiative?
I say Walk of Shame's gonna win 2 out of 3. Lowen's team, they're just proving themselves each and every game that they deserve to win the Antler Cup this season. And so is Joe Stowe's team, but I think Waukesha has a much better team, and I think they will win it.
Nah, that's where I'm going to have to disagree here. No offense,
I know that.
I've always been a fan of Joe Stowe's team here, and I think Joe Stowe's going to win the series 2-1 here. Again, even if Lowen has to play net there, that increases their chances there. But I just think that their goalie and Joe Stowe and his forward setup there, it's going to be too much for your defense. And I think they're going to let you guys up, to be honest.
And how many of your predictions have been right? Let's go over that real quick.
Exactly, please.
I think I'm about 50-50 here, so...
the only one I'll remind you of is the Matty K first overall prediction you made.
That was a joke, though.
He's still struggling over that.
I know. Matty never recovered. You ruined his freaking NHL career.
Well. It is what it is. Raven, by the way, shout out to Raven there. He told me to stop saying it is what it is because I've already said it now about 5 times in this show. Anyways, let's move on. Devils Rejects taking on News on Mice here, a struggling team taking on a team that hasn't been playing as well as they have previous. And I think Devils Rejects going to take this series 2 out of 3 here.
Actually, I just got an update. Breaking news. This series is going to be rescheduled. Another one.
King has half his season rescheduled already. What the fuck's up with this guy, man?
I don't know. King requested the reschedule.
He has half his season rescheduled. They're going to prolong the season to like a whole nother season because of this guy, man. Holy crap, guys.
If you're going to be a captain, make sure you have good availability. You're not going to be missing dates where you're going to have to reschedule 24/7.
Nah, I think this is a case of his starting players aren't going to be there because they have things to do, and obviously he traded for them, so they didn't have to same refuse day as they did before. So that could be biting King in the ass right now.
I don't know. But by the time the season's over, we're going to have like 40 games not played yet.
10 games to play.
Yeah. So the playoffs might not even be settled until like right before they start.
By the time the finals comes around, there Kings still be finishing the season.
They're going to have to probably play on Saturday and Friday nights if they keep rescheduling like this.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't even think he has any more days to reschedule on, man, because he's rescheduled the one series twice.
Didn't he reschedule our series like 3 times already?
Twice, yep.
The beginning of the season, and then he rescheduled...
he rescheduled the reschedule to...
Yeah.
later.
Rescheduled till Thursday. That's messed up.
All right, guys. Another series here is Lambda taking out We Killed Kenny. It's going to be an interesting series there. Beatty has been playing great as of late there, and Lambda's been on a decline there. I don't even know who's going to win, to be honest. I'm just going to go give it to Kenny because they've been on a roll there at Lambda. They've been on the roll, but just on a decline roll, and that's not healthy for a team there. What's your opinions on this one?
Wow, tough one. I mean, you got Clark Kent, AHL leading scorer for We Killed Kenny. He definitely put a few points up against us, but, you know, it's Funbags. And talking to him today, it seems like he feels like he's got his team together now after the fire sale and a lot of the trades, and he feels like he's got the roster he wants. Scotty Main's still there. He's dangerous. So I think you're going to see an upset tonight, and Land is actually going to sweep.
Well, low end, I'm going to have to agree with you there, but I don't think they're going to sweep. I think they're going to take 2 out of the 3. Lambda. They're just dominant in their division right now, and honestly, personally, I like Scotty Main and Funbags put together. They both look like they're dominant players on the forward line. So let's see if they can dominate the We Killed Kenny tonight.
Wow. Yeah, that's a first, guys. All three hosts here have three separate opinions here. One thinks it's a sweep one way, one thinks it's 2 out of 3 one way, and the other's 2 out of 3 the other way there. So, it's going to be interesting to see who's right, who's wrong here, and
I am.
Whoever wins there, maybe they can rub into each other's faces the next show tomorrow there. We can get one going. Last series of the night there, Damage Incorporated taking on the Sesame Street Nightmare. Now that I play this series there, I'm not going to say who wins there. I will say, however, Damage has been improving a lot there, and they've been on an incline as well as We Kill Kenny. And, Sesame Street, I believe they hold the last playoff spot there, 3 points ahead of Damage, and Damage is gunning for them. Guys?
You know what? I'm actually going to have to agree with Blaze there. I'm not going to say who's going to win because, unfortunately, I'm on Blaze's team again this season. I'm not going to say who's going to win, but Damage Incorporated coming off a series win against a good top team, Noose on Mice. But again, Sesame Street Nightmare, they're both teams are in the same division, and I believe Sesame Street Nightmare is 1 point ahead of Damage Incorporated.
3.
So this is a big series. 3 now? I don't know.
And 3. Yeah.
This is a big series between both of them. Damage Incorporated, if they can sweep, they can move ahead into second place in the division and push for the playoff spot. Because never say never.
All right. I'm sorry, boys. I hate to be the one to break this to you, but I think the Nightmare take 2 out of 3 tonight from Damage Incorporated.
And
Blaze is playing net probably.
Yeah, I have no real basis for it except that Blaze is playing net.
Well, what's your reasoning here?
You're playing net. That's the only reason I need.
Come on. Cut me some
You got it. I'll be dead honest. You have moments where you're brilliant, and you have moments where you're brutal. And tonight, I just feel like the way the calendar's lining up, tonight's going to be one of your brutal nights.
No.
According to Blaze, from what he told me earlier on today, he has a new build set up for tonight's games. So let's see if that can do anything to get Damage Incorporated to win.
Oh, I got to change my prediction then. Sesame Street Nightmare with a sweep.
Alright, guys, I got this quote from one of the teammates on Damage Incorporated, Raven 8, and I quote, "Fallen is on left wing. We don't win." So, no love for wingmates there.
Oh, look at that. Now, see, you guys can't even agree on whether you're going to win a series. Now, I'm definitely feeling better about my prediction.
It's all good. When it comes game time, we'll forgive each other and we'll get out there and play.
Yeah, you should see them. They're like the spoon on the ice there. They're so close to each other. Anyways, guys, that was our AHL portion of the show. After this brief break, we'll be back with the MHL, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, Moose family, we're back for the MHL portion of the FlanFan show. Once again, your host is still here, alongside Fall Warrior and Low End Theory. You guys still there, guys?
Unfortunately. Well, it would be better if I wasn't talking with you, but...
Let's start off the MHL portion with the blockbuster trade that was just announced here. It's a 4-way trade there. Taz pretty much having a fire sale. Jason Morris...
Shocker.
Ice Cream Truck, all juiced up, Wade, and Chaos Samurai, who was just called up before the last series for Taz's team. Sober gets WG Phil, and Bills gets Global and Justin Inc. Bills is, reuniting the Shovelchin family there with Justin Inc. And again, Taz, the epicenter of this trade, gets Frosty Nightmare, Captain Agilla, a.k.a. Sanus Pone, IR Fanny Pack, and Octizzy. What do you guys think about this? Was there any trapes here? Does Taz have to work on his defense now now that he's got power forward?
I don't see any trade. I definitely don't see any trade. But I think there are a lot of good players just moving around here. Taz has been trying to put something together since the season began. He should really take notice of his team name and relax, and maybe take some notes of some other captains, because he's been trading like crazy, and he's probably not even done yet. Although, I think just by pure accident, he did a hell of a job here as he gets 2 QCs to anchor his front line with Frosty and Sandy Pone, and then he gets a solid goalie in Octizzi. Now, the team I think that improved the most here, again, is Jaworski, as he gets arguably one of the top defensemen in the league, ice cream truck, and juiced. So his D-line is diesel, is all get up right now. Okay? And I even said to Jaworski today, it doesn't even matter who's on offense for you now. Like, it doesn't even matter. Wade, great, Chaos, decent players. We'll see how they kind of fare in the MHL, but Jesus, it's ice cream truck and juiced on D. And then Sober gets WG Phil, who's solid, just dead solid. And then Bill's, like you had said, trying to get a shovel chin reunion going. But I think the big winner here is going to be Jaworski. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with you. Zamorsky won this deal with Taz. Taz, he did pick up some good offensive forwards, but his defense is not looking that great to me for some reason. Maybe, I don't know why, but it's just not there. But Jason Morski's team, he just did the hell of a trade, picking up Ice Cream Truck, all juiced up, Wade, and Chaos. They're going to be an awesome team right there. Zamorsky may even win the cup again. Who knows? My
only question to this was, can anybody smell any remnants of Goofy all over this trade there? Do you think this is Goofy's idea for this trade, or do you think Taz...
I actually don't think my brother had anything to do with this trade.
Lowen?
No, and normally I would jump all over that, and I know that Taz has been getting some help, but no, honestly, I think Taz did this all on his own. Looking at the players that he got, I actually don't think that Goofy would have endorsed this trade. Looking at the players,
you would have not have been a fan of it.
No, I think he would have told him not to do it, knowing what I know from Goof. But Taz is putting all his hopes in the offense, and rather than try to stop goals, I think they're just going to try to score more than the other team. And Octizzi's going to have to make, he's going to have to face 30 or 40 shots a night now, I think.
Well, there was supposed to be a fifth team there, but they opted to back out in the last minute there. Not going to say the team. He is also a struggling team captain there. Maybe he has a mental disorder, if that's a hint towards you guys there.
Why don't you just say sober then? That's not very nice.
No, not sober. His team has a mental disorder there. That's all.
Oh.
Okay. And
I thought you were talking about sober.
No, I'm actually pretty shocked that Taz would do this deal after they did sweep last night.
Yeah.
They swept Beauty the Bill last night, and he goes and basically trades his whole team away. Do you guys think do you guys think he made this trade before the game or after the game? I would say before, because there's no way he would trade his whole team.
I think it was set up, like Blaze had said, with a 5-team deal before the series. I honestly think that Taz wakes up in the morning and starts to get the shakes if he doesn't have a possible trade lined up. He's made a trade pretty much every week of the season so far. So I think he's just trade happy. And I don't know what. I think there's other forces at work here behind the scenes, whether it be teammates not getting along, or I think there's definitely some kind of chemistry issue for Taz, because you don't make that deal if you're even remotely happy with your team. Now Jaworski, while he had a solid team before, he's going all in for another cup with this trade. That's what it tells me. That Jaworski feels like he's got to shore up his back end, and he's putting a lot of pressure on himself to score the points. But to survive and to win back-to-back cups is very hard. But I think you could see that he's all in with this trade. He's definitely trying to win that back-to-back cup.
Now, do you think it's too early to call Taz that captain? Because I believe some people are already doing that.
No, I don't think he deserves that captain. He has a decent team. He can produce the points. It's just that, like, the points are going to be going back at him, if you guys know what I mean. It's going to be, like, high-scoring games for most of his games now. He has diesel forwards, but, again, his defense is looking a little bit shaky.
Yeah. This just in. Goofy J just said, I said no for the trade. JC is winning the cup now. That's a quote from Goofy.
I called it. I had a feeling he wouldn't like this one.
All right. One more NHL news before we get to the series there that happened last night. Tackle dummy is suspended for personal attacks for 3 days from the forums there. And McGill wants to remind people, personal attacks are bannable offenses there. If you have any questions, just PM McGilla, and he'll answer them as best as he can there. Again, he's like the Brandon Shanahan of the Moose here, and he's been ruling with an iron fist. We'll call him the Tsar or whatever, man. He's been doing a good job so far, and I think this might be a related incident to the Legion Hatemaker feud there.
I forgot. I'm afraid to even comment that I'm going to get suspended. I don't even know that I want to comment on this.
No, how Blaze said that McGill is acting as Brandon Shanahan. The way I see this suspension, Blaze, you may know this. I'm seeing this suspension as McGill as Brandon Shanahan and Zach, like Blaze said, but I'm seeing Tackle Dummy as Rene Bourque from Calgary.
Oh,
recently just got suspended for 2 games.
Don't even. Tackle Dummy's too good to be Rene Bourque. He's more like a Martin Brodeur.
So he's bad.
No, Brodeur. No, and he's worse.
Yeah, Brodeur sucks.
It is what it is.
Brodeur's been bad this year.
Well, he's bad because he's old.
Okay, tell you what, Brodeur from when he was in his glory days. Is that better?
I'll tell you what. If you play like Brodeur tonight, you're definitely going to get swept.
Anyways, let's move on. 2 series last night in the MHL. Smoking that herbe, taking on the gratuitous amounts of energy. And it looks like a sweep. Go ahead.
Say it with Blaze. You know what? We're going to start a new portion of the show right now. Okay? This is going to be called Low End English Lesson. Okay? I want you to say it with me. Gratuitous.
Gratuitous.
Say each one after me.
Tuss.
Yeah, there we go. Gratuitous. Gratuitous amounts of energy.
Whatever. I'm a hit heart. But anyways,
next week on the FlanFan, we read off Blaze's grades for grades 1 through 6 in English class.
I have those. So if you want, by all means.
There's no way a teacher passed you. There's no way.
It was probably still in grade 3 English.
It was a sweep.
No, they don't call English in elementary school. I believe they call it social studies or something like that.
Well, I don't know about up where he's at, but when I was in school, they called it grammar, and he definitely would have been held back, if you know what I mean.
I got my grade 12 English. What are you talking about?
Grade 12? You sure they just threw a 1 in there by accident? You can read the series. I'm done making fun of you.
All right, anonymous fan there. Jason Morski is 13-3-2 with 28 points. Number 1 in West record-wise. Was it smart for him to trade his entire team roster?
Yes, he got a better team.
Well, looking at the scores last night, it looks like it was a really close series. Let's see here. First game 3-1, second game 5-4, third game 4-3. So obviously, it was a close series. I'm going to pull up the stats here and take a look. I want to see who Jay-Z had playing defense and why he felt the need to make the move.
Whoa.
Now, granted, he got Diesel real quick. Oh, Octizzi's playing defense. At least he was.
Wasn't it Octizzi and Fanny Pack?
Octisian Global in the first game, which that's wow. I don't know, man. I'm looking at it now, and as I'm thinking about it, I mean, listen, Jay-Z got the better of the trade, but I don't know if he got that much better. Looking at it now, yeah, Octisian Global played D. The Global actually scored some goals last night in this series. And they played a good team, man. They played a really good team, but I think where Farrier had problems here, he's got rookie Ditko playing center, and then he's got Marty McFly in the left wing and D-Mart on the right wing. It looks like they just got shut down. And then Coalition on D, maybe he just couldn't get it done. And then Scotty was playing left D, so maybe he was busy trolling the forum or Facebook or something, couldn't pay attention to the game. That's probably what cost him the series. But I don't know. Oh, hold on. Another text from Goofy.
Yeah, he just sent me one too. He said,
let me read it. He said, the last one said you better read it. Goofy said no a week ago. He is no longer the GM of Taz's team. He has stepped down in direct relation to this trade going through. Breaking news here on the FlanFan, folks. Goofy has stepped down in protest of the recent deal that Taz just made. Although, now that I think about it, I'm not sure Goofy was ever officially the GM anyway. But anyway.
It's a bit hypocritical that the MEC is suspending Goofy for a season, but it's a MEC member that's been getting a lot of advice and declared him his GM of his team there? Do you think it's...
No, not at all, because, listen, it's Taz's decision who he wants to listen to and take advice from, and there's no rule that says you cannot talk to suspended players and listen, let's face it, whether you like or you don't like Goofy, he knows all the players in the league. He's been here long enough, and if somebody chooses to hear him out and take his advice, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just being a smart captain.
Well, to tell you the truth, to be suspended in the Moose, it just means that you can't play in any games. It doesn't mean you have to stay out of the Moose for a season and your name disappears, but it just means that you cannot play games. It doesn't mean that you can't be in a party with the other team when they're playing. There's no rule against that.
Yeah, anyway, if you got suspended and you wanted to come back, the best thing you could do is to jump into games with other members and show that you've kind of accepted whatever you did wrong and that you're willing to kind of learn from it, not just go away.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, man. He's been definitely proactive behind the scenes there, and, he's been in it, and he's still doing one hell of a good job there, and when he comes back, hopefully he can diss me some more on the radio show there. Everybody loves that. Not to mention, he can also try to go for that scoring title once again in the MHL.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
My Goofy just says that he's the new cheerleader for Jay-Z's team. So I don't know if it's going to be my brother, he says that he's going to be the cheerleader for Jay-Z's team.
Just watch out. Don't go under the bleachers there. You might say Jay-Z and Goofy going at it under the bleachers.
I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to see any of his games, him cheerleading. I don't know. I don't want to see a guy doing splits. That's just wrong.
I could do the splits.
Well, I'm not sure that Jay-Z needs any more friggin' cheerleaders.
Of course, please, you can do you're a girl.
Don't forget, Jay-Z's got a target on his back after winning the Cup last year. So I'm actually kind of shocked now that I think about it that Taz would even do this trade. The guy's proven
they both
what
swept
he can
last
do.
night, so I don't know what the point of the trade was.
And speaking of sleeping, go ahead.
So, if anybody's going to be blamed or get all emo if Jay-Z wins the Cup again, get mad at Taz. Don't get mad at Jay-Z.
Hey, can I just say this? My Goofy just sent me a message and says he's sexy and you know it. I think it's in relations to that song, but
what I don't even want to know.
Sexy and I'm sexy and I know it, or whatever, that song.
All right, Goof. Listen, I love you, but please leave the comedy and humor to me, please. please. I'm not going to have him sing that song. I won't do it.
Yeah, just go back to your porno guy, Goofy. The one that caused Fallen Network to go down.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this deal a little closer, it looks like the guys are doing the job for Jay-Z. And I mean, he had diesel offense. Now Phil and Frosty are gone, replaced with Wade, Chaos, and the permanent call-up we're not going to mention. So it's going to be interesting to see, because let's face it, it's pretty much a different team now up front. But granted, they have superstar net, so this will probably cut down on goals. And let's face it, we know the ice cream truck can be a very offensive defenseman. So they might replace some of that scoring from the back line, which, wow. If you have a D line that can score and play defense, it puts you above 70% of the teams in the MHL. And maybe Jay-Z saw something last year when he won the Cup that he wanted to replicate in his team this year and feels that's what he needs to win back-to-back. But time will tell in this trade. But I think Taz's team is going to turn into, the early Edmonton Oilers teams that won the Cups, except without any defense or goaltending. So imagine Gretzky, Messier, and Curry without Kevin Lowe and Charlie Huddy and Grant Fuhr, and put in there any Flyers goalie the last 10 years, and some traffic cone for defensemen like Dion Phaneuf. That's what you're going to have. Taz is going to score 6 goals a game, but he's also going to give up 10.
Hey, can I just say, Blaze? Do you know with this trade? Do you think that Taz will ever call up a forward that he has MHL rights to?
Well, Taz has been topsy-turvy all season, man. Let me give you a breakdown of what Taz has done so far. And, he drafted pretty shitty. And then his team started losing. He traded for a guy he didn't know, panicked after one series, dropped him, called up a guy, panicked again, traded that guy away, and he was also threatening to recall up the same guy he dropped down after one series. And
do you think that he'll ever need to call up permanently a forward from the MAHL rights that he has?
Again, I can't say, man, because he's not a predictable captain there.
But with Saini's and Frosty Nightmare up there,
I still wouldn't put By in there because again, he's pushed that panic button one too many times there, and I think he might actually do it again.
Well, here, let me make a bold prediction for you guys, okay? I predict, and I have no inside knowledge, this is purely my opinion, that the over-under on games before Frosty suddenly disappears is at 4. 4 games before Frosty mysteriously stops signing on to Xbox Live. That's my prediction.
And where's he going? Goofy's giant vagina? Or
he's just not going to play anymore.
He's going to go join Goofy on the sidelines and be a cheerleader.
Lay sexy and I know it. Lay sexy and I know it.
Yeah.
All right. One more series last night, guys.
On to it now. Okay. Uh-oh. Big breaking news here, guys. As obviously I'm on the pulse of the MHL, and why he doesn't walk down the steps and tell you this to your face falling, I don't know. But breaking news: Goofy will not return to the radio show. Blaze is still on.
It's okay, you guys got me. I'm better than him.
Yeah, what do you have to say about that, Blaze?
Goofy, get the sand out of your vagina.
Wow. Likes to do it on the beach, huh?
Enough said.
All right, well, listen.
All right, so why don't we get back to the one series and I do predictions for tomorrow. I think there's only one game for tonight.
Yeah, let's take a look here.
You guys are forgetting the relax and take notes sweeping Beauty and the Bills there. It wasn't even close.
I don't even want to give Taz credit. I'm afraid to, because if I do, he's going to go and trade again.
All right, guys, let's go through some quick predictions here. Relax and take notes, taking on the team that shall not be named. I think the team that shall not be named is going to get beat by Relax and Take Notes.
Wait, please. What's wrong with Never Say Never?
Because, number one, they changed their name in the middle of the season. And number two, they have a picture of Justin Bieber as their team logo. So
Justin Bieber is
Flanny
awesome.
said last night they're a joke, and he didn't even want to talk about them on the radio show. And I said, you know what, if that's how we feel, then we're just going to call them the team that shall not be named. Because apparently they don't know how to say a name. They can't pick one. So that's why, Fallen, you weren't here yesterday.
No, I was too busy at work making some money.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Dude, man, working on the street doesn't constitute as work, man. What are you talking about?
Blaze, you'd be doing the same thing if anybody would, stop paying you to go away.
Amen, amen. Could you imagine me in some fishnet lingerie?
All right, let's go. We got like 7 minutes here.
All right,
I'm
guys.
going to wrap up the dude, I don't know that I can talk after that visual. Like, my eyes are burning.
All right, guys.
Oh, my God. It's Chad Bono on the FlanFan show. Jesus.
Predictions. Who's going to win? Team that shall not be named or Taz's team?
Battle of the dipshit captains. I guess, Taz, I think maybe they're a little too full of themselves after last night. So I'm going to say Justin Bieber's take 2 out of 3 tonight.
Fallen?
I'm going to agree with low end. Justin Bieber's going to take 3 out of nothing just because I like Justin Bieber. He's awesome.
This is the same guy that wants to screw Miley Cyrus.
What the hell?
Anyways, next series.
Wait, 1 second. There's nothing wrong with wanting to bang Miley Cyrus. She's a little dirty. Don't forget that. And she's publicly come out and put her support behind smoking that herbe. She's into that.
Yeah, speaking of smoking that herbe, they're taking on serious business Cats tonight. Who's going to win that series, guys?
It's going to be a close one.
I think it's going to be the Cats. JJ's dominant.
Blaze, once again, you're wrong, as usual. Fair's got an awesome team, but so does JJDM. So it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be tight defense. But I'm going to have to say Fair's going to take 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And I predict two of the games are going to go into overtime.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I'll agree with you there. I think 2 of the games go to overtime, but I like JJ to take 2 or 3.
All right. And let's go to the sweep spill there where Lay Tabernac taking on Second Nature. And I think it's going to be a sweep there. Tabernac takes it, and I think Sobe's going to get another shutout this series. What do you guys think?
I'm going to take Tabernac take 3.
I don't know about shutouts, but I think they're going to take 2 or 3.
Once again, you both are wrong. Lay Tabernacs are going to take 3 out of the 3 games.
That's why I said a sweep, you dip dog.
No, you didn't. Did you?
I said Lay Tabernac's going to sweep them and maybe even get a shutout.
Okay, then that was a fail on my part because I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. So once Blaze says it, then it's an exclusive Blaze prediction. Nobody else can say it.
No one else could say anything.
He said I was wrong when he predicted the same thing as I did.
Well, Blaze, I didn't hear you.
I'm gonna write down all your prediction, Blaze, and I think you're gonna be a jinx. Anytime you predict a team to win, I think they're gonna lose.
We should do something on the FlanFan where everyone involved with the FlanFan show just like place bets on which team's gonna win, and whoever gets the most teams right wins the whole. I don't know.
All right, another series here.
Wait, one more breaking point, Blaze. I'm sorry. An unnamed MHO captain just messaged me and said they want to Bieber your balls.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds like
I remember that.
Maybe you can wear those fishnets after all. Go ahead.
All right, moves like Yager taking on Beauty and the Bills here. I think Bill is going to rebound from his series defeat last night, and it's going to take Yager 2 out of 3. Guys?
Wow.
Beauty and the Bills going to win 2 out of 3.
I disagree. I like moves like Yager to take 2 or 3 from Bills. I think he's on a downward spiral here, and he's going to have to make a move in the next week or two to solidify his squad. I think they're in trouble.
Well, I'm picking Beauty and the Bills to win 2 out of 3, just because they just made a trade, and I think that was a pretty good trade for them. They'll do good tonight with Bills and net, and I believe they have Hurd and Justin Nick on forward, and along with Global.
All right. 2 more to go. Syndrome with the down taking on the gratuitous.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Whatever.
Can't pronounce it again.
I think Syndrome.
When you go for a job interview, okay, and you say all these words wrong, and they go, sir, you're not going to be able to do the job you're applying for. Do you just say whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, that's why I got all this time for FlanFan.
That explains why you're always at home.
Anyway.
Yeah, that explains a lot. Gratuitous amounts of energy taking on
we have to go through
down.
Syndrome with the down beats them 2 out of 3, guys. Who cares?
You're going Legion?
Yeah.
Are you joking me?
Nah.
Holy shit. Is this a reverse jinx?
All right. No, Zamorski's going to win 3 out of nothing because... Oh, wow, 3 out of nothing. 3 out of 3 games.
Blaze is rubbing off on Fawn. Look out.
I think he is. Zamorski's going to get a sweep here. I like his team. Oh, his new team that let's just say he drafted. Let's put it like that. Zamorski's going to win the cup again this season, just like Goofy says. And, yeah, let's just hope they can keep producing points and Zamorski gets the back-to-back cups.
Dude, not only will Zamorski sweep this series, the System of a Down won't score more than 5 goals for the entire series. That's my prediction.
All right, guys. And for the main event tonight here, we got the chronically arthritic Fappers taking on...
But he said that right.
Yeah, no, he says that right,
but he said you can say that right.
I have a speech impediment. Leave me alone.
Dude, you're friggin' Rain Man without the friggin' intelligence.
Who's going to win this series here? The main event. The Fappers versus the worst kind of people.
I don't know. I'm so surprised you could say Duke's name.
I know, right? Worst kind of people are going to be the worst kind of team. Look for them to get swept tonight. Duke taking 3.
I've got to agree with you there.
Nah, I think worst kind of people's just going to kick the shit out of Duke there, knock him on the ground, and make him spit out blood and take the series 2 out of 3 there.
So Blaze just likes going against... Blaze just likes going against... I can't get over
that he said chronically arthritic Fappers correctly. I'm still flabbergasted.
Anyways, that was our NHL show. You guys got any shout-outs?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to the Webster's Dictionary for giving us gratuitous.
Oh, God.
Was it that funny, Fallen? You all right?
I'm going to give a shout-out to Blaze because he can actually say Duke's name.
Can you say Duke's name?
Chronically arthritic Fappers.
Anyways, that was our show today, guys. We'll hope to be back again tomorrow. Hopefully with the same host. Who knows? Maybe we'll have somebody else here. But anyways, Jason Blaze, Low End Theory, Fallen Warrior. That is our show. Signing out, guys.